Yeah, go ahead.
तथा शङ्क्याश्च भैराश्च च पाणवाकं गोमुखः सहस्यैव भव्य हन्यन्त सद्भास तुमुलो भवत.
Yeah. English, Prabhu.
Sure, Prabhu. ततः श्वेतैर्हयैर्युक्ते महती स्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्कौ प्रदद्मतुः.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, so yesterday we were discussing about the significance of Madhavaha, the word Madhavaha. Just one.
Baldev Prabhu, you're on mute, Prabhu.
Yeah, just one moment. Yes. So we discussed about the significance of Madhavaha. So does anyone remember what do you mean by Madhavaha?
The color of the demon Madhava? Madhav?
No, that is Madhusudana. Demons are, there are Madhu and Sudana, there are two demons. Madhukaitava, there are two demons, and then Krishna killed. That's why his name is Madhusudana. But here it is Madhava.
Madhava.
So it is split into two words. One is Ma and the other one is Dhava. Dhava means husband and Ma means
Mother.
Which mother?
Lakshmi.
Exactly. Ma means Lakshmi. So that means wherever Supreme Lord is there, automatically the goddess of fortune is there. So on the Pandava side, who is there? The Supreme Lord is there. The goddess of fortune, she is there. And on the flag, the devotee, who is Hanuman, he is there. So obviously, or the opposite side is going to win. So this is what Sanjaya is telling to whom? Dhritarashtra. That, so he's taking this name. The husband of the goddess of fortune blew a transcendental conch shell. So it is like telling the most richest person on this earth is on the side of that person who is looking very poor now. Now, what does it give you a hint? That he may be poor right now, the other person, but since he is associating with his friend who is the richest person on this earth, even his poverty will go off, right? So in that lines. Now, so yesterday we were discussing about this, and we were discussing about the transcendental. Okay, the word transcendental. What is divyam? Divyam means transcendental. So how he is transcendental and all that, we were discussing that. Okay, and just to continue from where we left yesterday. So Bhagavad Gita, there's a perfect instruction. And what is that perfect instruction? If you remember, what is a perfect instruction?
To perform devotional service to Krishna?
Yes. No, there is an instruction of no. Perfect instructions are there.
Bhakti yoga to go back to Godhead.
Okay, that is right. And So few perfect instructions, I'll bring it. Soumya Mataji, are you in a position to read? Okay.
Yes, Prabhu, I can
Okay.
read.
Yeah, read the translation.
Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear.
So this is one instruction. What is the instruction Krishna is telling? That surrender unto me. Yes, surrender unto me. Ma shuchaha. Ma shuchaha means don't worry. Shuchaha means what? Worry. Ma, don't. Don't worry. Just surrender unto me. I'll take care of all your sins. And then there is so many instructions. There are perfect instructions coming from the perfect Lord. So other instructions is Man mana bhava mad bhakto. .34, and there is another one. 1 minute. Let me. Where is this? Lata Mataji, are you in a position to read?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay, we'll recite this shloka also. So I will recite one by one, line by line. You can repeat after me. Man mana bhava mad bhakto.
Man mana bhava mad bhakto.
Madhyaji mam namaskuru.
Madhyaji mam manaskuru.
Mam evaishyasi yuktvaivam.
Mam evaishyasi yuktam.
Atmanam matparayanaha.
Atmanam matparayanaha.
Okay. Read the translation.
Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me and worship me, being completely absorbed in me. Surely you will come to me.
All right. Now, exactly same verse he's repeating again in the 18th chapter, just before his concluding. Which one is it? Okay, this one. Okay. You see this one, Man mana bhavan mad bhakto. You can repeat this also along with me, Mataji. You see this verse. Okay. Man mana bhava mad bhakto.
Man mana bhava mad bhakto.
Madhyaji mam namaskuru.
Madhyaji mam namaskuru.
Mam evaishyasi satyam te.
Mam evaishyasi. What is that, Prabhu?
Satyam te.
Satyam te.
Pratijane priyoshi me.
Pratijami. Oh, this one. Okay, that's why I am. Pratijami priyosi me.
See, both verses are similar. At least till this point, the third line, second word, it is exactly the same.
That's why I was looking that sloka.
Yeah, this is what very famous one. This is right after this, that Sarvadharman Parityaja will follow. Yeah, can you read it?
Which one, Prabhu?
Translation on the right side.
Always think of me, become my devotee. Worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend.
Okay. So let's see this. This is the instructions of Krishna, right? What is that? Evaishyasi, where is Evaishyasi? Satyam te. See, what is he saying? The last three words. Satyam te pratijani priyosmi. You're very dear to me. I'm telling this you in truth because you are very dear friend of me. And what is here? Here it is saying, being absorbed, yuktva being absorbed, your soul being absorbed in me, mat parayanaha, you will definitely come to me. Okay. You will surely come to me. So let's see the difference. If you see, always think of me. Okay, that means what? Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Same. Become my devotee. Become my devotee. Offer my obeisances. Namaskaram. Namaskuru. Same thing. Offer your homage unto me. Worship me. Okay. So being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. And again, next he is saying same thing in the 18th chapter. 18th chapter is the summary of the entire Bhagavad Gita. So he's summarizing everything and he's saying, what is he saying? I'm telling you in truth, I promise you, because you are my very dear friend. And in a separate place, he also says that declare to the world that my devotee will never perish. Okay, let me take that. Okay, you see. Soumya Mataji, can you repeat after me?
Yes, Prabhu.
Kshipram bhavati dharmatma.
Kshipram bhavati dharmatma.
Shashvat shantim.
Shashvat chantim.
Nigachati.
Nigachati.
Kaunteya pratijanihi.
Kaunteya pratijanihi.
Name bhaktah pranashyate.
Name bhaktah pranashyate.
Okay. So read this translation.
He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes.
Yes. So if you see these two words, now he's saying here on in the 9th chapter, he's saying, my devotee never perishes. You declare to the world. And then here, I promise you, because you are my dear friend. Why is Krishna telling Arjuna to declare? Why can't he himself say, I'm declaring that my devotee will never perish. I promise that my devotee will never perish. He will come back to me. I promise that you will come back to me. Why does Krishna don't say like that? He's saying, I promise you. He's promising to Arjuna. Why do you think that Krishna is doing like this?
He surrendered already into Krishna.
Okay, yeah, Arjuna surrendered. But Arjuna could have told that, O son of Kunti, my devotee never perishes. And I promise that. Instead, he said, you declare it. You go and declare it. Boldly.
Because he wants to maintain the parampara. And
that is right. He wants to maintain. No, he could have, okay, here he could have said, O son of Kunti, my devotee never perishes. Why add this? Declare it boldly. What is that word? Pratijanihi. Kaunteya pratijanihi. He uses. This word itself is not required. Declare. Why Arjuna has to go declare? He can do it himself, no?
Finally, the tree will be of, Pandavas. So,
who will be
since
of
the one
Pandavas?
who benefit, Arjuna is a Pandava, right? And
Correct.
final tree would be Arjuna's. So, the person who gets benefited declaring will be a live proof than the person who helps declaring it, right? So Krishna is already Godhead. So rather than Krishna declaring it, the person who got benefited by being with Krishna, Arjuna declaring it, that future will be his and his devotee won't perish. I think that's how I think so.
Wow, very good, Mataji. You gave a different perspective. Not different, actually, it's true. Declaring, see, someone who got benefited. I remember this, why? Because I've seen it. Normally, in Christianity, they have, what is this called? Healing sessions or something similar like that. I remember I was, with one of my friend had took me to Abu Dhabi. I think Niklesh Prabhu, you were there. I'm not sure. So
Yes, Prabhu.
You were there, okay.
Yeah.
So we went to one healing workshop because one of our friend's father, although he was born as a Brahmana, he got converted into Christianity. So what happened there in that session was there was a pastor. Pastor means the person who is a preacher. Okay. So they bring all the physically handicapped people, or someone who is sick, or someone who is being haunted, and that pastor, he will do something, some different variations of sounds, and then suddenly he'll touch that lady or that person. He will vibrate his body and he'll fall on the ground, and then after a few minutes, the person who is fallen down will get up from his place. Who is physically handicapped, he can get up. So I have personally viewed it. So now what happens is that person who got up or who got well because of this healing sessions, he declares it. Oh, that this is the right one. This is authorized. So all the people who are there in the audience, they will believe. They'll believe, oh, this is authorized. The person who is handicapped got cured. It creates an impression in the audience. Everybody were clapping their hands. I was also like, wow, what a miracle it is. Later, I understood that that person was never handicapped. They were making a show just to bring the attention of the people. Anyways, yes, that is right. The person who is benefiting from this, he is declaring, that will make sense. Okay. But I will tell you something. Now, if you remember, Krishna, what did Krishna promise before this war? If you remember, he said something to Duryodhana and Arjuna. He promised
That he won't fight in the war.
Exactly. He said he's not going to fight. Right? 1 minute. Let me take that photo. We had this photo in the ashram, if some of you had seen it. This one. Okay. So what happened was, Krishna promised that I'm not going to fight. Okay. So almost, I think, 11th day or 12th day or 10th day, I don't remember which day, the fighting was going on. Pandavas are not getting killed, but all great personalities are getting killed on the Kauravas side. So Duryodhana got angry. He said, looks like you have so much partiality towards Pandavas. You were not killing him. You if you wanted, you can do it. Why prolong so long until now? So he humiliated Bhishmadev, Duryodhana. Then Bhishmadev, even he's a Kshatriya. Even he got angry and he said, all right, tomorrow I will either kill Arjuna or break the promise of Krishna. So immediately Duryodhana was very happy. He was so happy that Arjuna is definitely going to kill. And he's going to get killed, Arjuna. Why? Because Krishna will not break his promise. Once you promise, it's at least in a Kshatriya way. It's custom that they cannot break the promise. So Duryodhana was damn sure that Arjuna will get killed. So he was so happy. So next day, what he did, that Bhishma Dev, he put up a strong fight against Arjuna, and it happened around noon that Krishna was completely pierced by so many arrows from Bhishma Dev. Blood was oozing out from his body. So Krishna thought, my goodness, if my condition is like this, what is the condition of my charioteer? Because the king who is there, whoever is there in the chariot, he's supposed to protect himself. Not only himself, he has to protect his ratha and the chariot driver and the horses also. He has to make sure that no one, the opposite enemy, does not destroy the chariot or does not kill the chariot driver. Because the moment the chariot driver is killed, then it is easy. It's little easy to subdue that person who is in the chariot. So Krishna turned and saw even Arjuna is also from top to bottom, he's wounded. The blood is oozing out more than Krishna. So Krishna got so angry. He got down of his chariot. He picked up a fallen wheel of a ratha. He started in anger, in rage. He was running towards Bhishma Dev to kill him. The moment Bhishma Dev saw this, he dropped all his weapons and he joined his palms as paying homage to Krishna. Krishna was furious. How can you hurt my devotee? Then Arjuna came running. He came running there and he held Krishna's leg. Krishna, don't break your promise. See, if you come and subdue Bhishma, think of what the world will say. The world will say that you are a devotee. Arjuna is what? Is not capable of fighting up with Bhishma. So they will talk bad about me and they'll talk bad about you. So please drop your weapon. Then Krishna dropped. But the promise that he made was broken. What was the promise? Actually, the promise was that I will not take up any weapon. That was the promise that Krishna made. So he broke the promise. So now, why did he break the promise? Tell me.
He
Krishna
promised his devotees will never perish.
Exactly. So his devotee, he promised that his devotee will never perish, that means he cannot see Arjuna getting killed. But he kept the promise of Bhishma Dev true, because Bhishma Dev is also devotee, right? Now, even before taking up this wheel, by Krishna's arrangement, if Bhishma Dev is fallen down before that means what? Bhishma Dev could not fulfill the promise he made to Duryodhana, isn't it? So he takes care of the promises of his pure devotees. He makes sure that the pure devotees' promises are fulfilled. Because after this incident, in some time only, he is fallen down. Who is that? I forgot the name. Satyaki. No. Shikhandi. Shikhandi is brought, and then immediately Bhishma Dev leaves all the weapons, and then he gets subdued, and he falls on the bed of arrows. If that would have happened before this incident, then neither Krishna had to break the promise, nor Arjuna should have got killed or that much wounded. But he makes sure that his devotees' promises is also taken care. So Krishna sometimes leaves his own promises to protect the promise of a devotee. Fine, I will leave my promise away, but I will not let my devotees fail in their promises. Pure devotee. Okay? So that is why he's saying O son of Kunti, Kaunteya, declare it boldly that my devotee never perishes. That means if Arjuna declares it, then Krishna has to do it. He's saying, I promise you. And what does he promise here? If you see that if you think of me always, if you become my devotee, worship me, offer your homage unto me, or offer your obeisances unto me, you will come to me without fail. That means you'll come back to God, you'll go back to Godhead without fail. I promise you, I'm promising you, I will never break the promise of a devotee. Because you are my very dear friend. That means Krishna promised to Duryodhana also. But Duryodhana is not a devotee. But here he is saying, I promise you. So he will go now, Arjuna will go and declare it. No, Krishna has promised me that anyone who thinks of him, he becomes his devotee, who worships him, who offers his homage unto him, that person will go back to Godhead. Arjuna will declare it. Now Krishna has to follow that. That is why, okay, there is, anyway, we're talking about this. Let me show you. There is one temple in South India, especially in Chennai. Heart of the Chennai, there is a temple called Parthasarathi temple. Okay. So what do you mean by Parthasarathi? Anyone?
Partha means Arjuna, Sarathi means the who drives the chariot of Arjuna.
So who is Parthasarathi?
Krishna.
Exactly. So Krishna's other name is Parthasarathi. So you see, this is one of the Divya Desham. No? It's in heart of Chennai. Let me just put it here. Okay. This is how it looks like. There is Krishna, there is Rukmini on one side, and Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Balarama, all of them are there in this. This is a Moolavara deity. I want to show you Utsava deity. Utsava deity. There are two types of deities normally in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, whom they maintain. You see this photo? So it is Parthasarathi, Shri Devi, Bhudevi, and Andal, who is Goda Devi. All right. So I'll explain about these personalities. They are all different expansions of Lakshmi Devis. Okay. They're all serving the Lord. So the main personality who is in the center is actually Parthasarathi. So there is a Moolava Vigraha, there is Utsav Vigraha. So Moolava deities, they don't move. That's why they're called as Moolavar. They're made of big, heavy stone. They cannot be moved. Utsava deities means these are the deities which are used for various festivals. So whenever they do Abhisheka, whenever they take the Lord on a palanquin, when a Jhulan Seva is done, or when a boat festival is done, so they take these deities. They cannot move the big Moolavar deities everywhere, right? So they take these Utsava deities. So if you see this deity, what do you observe? What do you observe in this deity? Hare Krishna. Anyone? Go ahead, Prabhu. Mataji.
There's a lot of new. I haven't even seen Prabhu these deities before.
I'm looking for person.
Okay. No, but what do you observe when you see this deity? What do you observe?
Like the four hands.
No,
Okay.
why God is in sari?
Sorry?
Is God in sari? Is it?
No. That is some dhoti tied up in a different way. But what do you prominently observe in this?
He has Shanku Chakra
Okay. What else?
and looks like Govinda Srinivasa.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
Venkateshwar
else?
Swami looks like.
Huh? Okay.
Venkateshwar Swami with Alvel Manga Mata.
Okay. What else? I'm talking especially on this particular deity.
I see the hand being a hand of assurance by the God.
Oh, Venkateshwar Swami with upper hand. It's not down. Generally,
Yeah. Venkateshwara will have a Abhaya Hasta. That means the
Mhm.
hand will be, no, not Abhaya Hasta. Sorry, this Hastam, it is called Abhayam. Abhayam means do not fear. You know, it's called blessing hand. And the
Yeah.
other hand, when the fingers are down, it's called Varada Hasta. That means all your boons, whatever boons you have, the Lord will bestow. So that is a different types of postures are there. Okay, what else you observe?
Only
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead, Mata.
Is it that the wheel in upper hand which on the left side, on my right side, I guess, is that the same wheel? What is this on the right hand side?
Of his right side, that is this one. This is the chakra, Sudarshan chakra.
Oh, so Sudarshan Chakra. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Prabhu, who is on the right side, Prabhu? Altogether right side?
Andal, she is the Goda Devi in the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. She's one of the Alvar. The Lord married her. You know, she is the expansion of Bhuma Devi, and she comes as a devotee of the Lord.
Oh, okay, got it.
This happened around how many? 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years. Yeah, 4,000 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What else you observe in this deity? Very prominent.
The face is black, rest all what
Exactly. Exactly. The face. Not at all clear. Why? This deity here actually is portraying that how Krishna got wounded in the Mahabharata Yuddha, Kurukshetra Yuddha. He got so wounded by Bhishma Dev that his face, everything got disfigured because of the wounds. So you see all other deities also. What happened? Oh, where is this? Okay. So this is the temple actually. This is the temple, Parthasarathi. See. Now this is again small one, but anyway, the face is not at all clear. Not clear at all. So this is one I want to show. That this is a place where it's called Tiruvallikeni. It's maybe Triplicane is what it is called now. And this is the place from which Krishna married one princess from this place. It will be written in Krishna book. You know, when Krishna is marrying, one of the principal queens of Krishna comes from Madrasa region, from this region of Chennai. So she gets married to Krishna. So that is one I want to tell. What else I wanted to say? To show you something else, I forgot. Just give me one moment. Yes, I got this. Yeah, now. So he's saying, I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. So what happens is, our going back to Godhead. So if you all get liberated, if you all go to Vaikuntha, it does not happen on our strength. It happens only by the recommendation of our previous acharyas. So if Prabhupada is a pure devotee, he is coming in that disciplic succession which Krishna had established. So when he says, you do this, it is my duty to take care that you go back to Godhead. Then that means Krishna has no say there. He has to follow what Prabhupada has said. If Prabhupada said, no, you can go, you have to go. Krishna has to accept him. Because when Prabhupada, when pure devotee in that disciplic succession, when he accepts someone as his disciple or when he recommends, Radharani will also recommend. And Krishna cannot say no to Radharani. He cannot say no to his pure devotees. So for this, again, in Sri Rangam, there is one festival. It's called, what is that? Pangani Uttaram. Okay. Uttara Nakshatra Pangani Uttaram in Sri Rangam. So I think in February I was talking about Sri Rangam. It has so much of pastimes. So here what happens is, this is okay. Okay, let me take this, whatever is the highest. Okay. You see this deity. Now the front is, his name is Ranganatha. Okay, see all the Vishnu forms, they'll basically hold the Shanku Chakra, Gada sometimes and Padma sometimes. And in each temple, their names are different, although they might look similar. Their postures might be same, but little difference here and there, some difference will be there. But in every temple, the name of each deity will be different. So in Tirumala also, in Tirupati, Lord Venkateshwara, right? Venkateshwara is there. So this is Lord Venkateshwara. 1 minute. All right. So this is Lord Venkateshwara, whom you see. Now there is another deity. Where is that deity? Yeah, this deity. Suppose this deity. You know what is this deity? This deity? Anyone?
Venkateshwara only, right?
Yeah. What is the difference between this deity and the other deity here? Where is that? This deity and this deity.
Here, both the matas are there, right?
No. Okay. This one on the left side, whom you see, is a Moolavara deity. That means
Correct.
that this deity does not move. It stays there.
Oh, okay. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Here, Utsava.
Yeah. And on what you see on the right side are called Utsava deities. So when you go to the temple, you will see that Kalyanam, a marriage ceremony, is done between this Lord and his consorts. Then they are put on a swing. It's called Unjal Seva. They'll be swinging the Lord. Pallaki Seva will be there. Then there'll be boat festival. So all the festivals, every day the festivals are done to this deity. And this deity is primarily for the darshan on the left side. Okay. So when you all go in the queue, long queue, you will see this black deity, basically. Now, this deity is called Venkateshwara. But what is the name of this deity on the right side? The name of
Srinivasa?
No, Srinivasa is again the Moolavara deity. Utsava deity has got a different name. Okay.
Govinda?
No, the deity of this Utsava deity's name is Malayappa. Malayappa Swami. Malayappa. You see, the moment you write Malayappa Swami, all Utsava deity's photos will only come. Okay, so like that. Then they have a smaller deity which takes the accounts. It's called, I forgot the name of that deity. So like that, every deity has a name. Okay, so similarly in Sri Rangam also there is a Moolavara deity, that is Ranganatha Perumal. Ranganatha. Where is the original one? Okay, I think once I showed you in the last time, but anyway, I'll show you the painting this time. Okay, what you see on the black color behind is the Mulavar deity, where he's sleeping on the Anantasesha. Okay, that is Ranganatha. Now, the Utsava deity of Ranganatha is the main person. He's called Namperumal. So, this Utsava deity, what happens is on like he's married to whom? Ranganayaki, who is sitting here. So, who is in a sitting posture. So, all Lakshmi deities, if you see, they will be in a sitting posture. They will have a separate temple in the Sri Sampradaya. So, Narayana will be in one temple and Lakshmi will be in a temple nearby in the same compound. Basically, normally it will be in the same compound, except the exception is Tirupati, where the Lord Balaji or Lord Venkateshwar is on top of the hill, and Lakshmi or Alarmail Mangai, she's down below the hills. That's her temple. So what happens on Pangani Uttaram is, Panguni Uttaram means Uttara Nakshatra. There is one nakshatra which is called Uttara, and it is a Phalguni Mas. That means that month's name is Panguni. So on that particular day, Uttara Nakshatram and Panguni Mas is actually birthday of Ranganayaki. That is her appearance day. Every deity has got its appearance day. So all the Lakshmis, their incarnation or their appearance day is considered to be as Pangani Mas and Uttara Nakshatra. So it is her birthday. But just before that birthday, what happened is this Lord Ranganatha, he goes to a nearby place, actually one kingdom, and he marries the princess of that. So it's a very nice pastime. So her name is Urayur Nachiyar. So he goes there and marries her, and then he comes back, right? So when he's coming back, see, stop me if you're not able to understand. It's very complicated. I'm trying my best to understand. Sri Rangam, I'll show you. Temple.
Prabhuji, what's the name? Urayur Nanchar, right?
Urayur Nachiyar.
Okay, thank you.
Urayur is the place, the lady of the Urayur, the princess of Urayur.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Uh-oh. Sorry, just give me one moment. Okay. So this is a big temple, the huge temple. The entire city is in the Rangana, is there in the Sri Rangam temple. So in the center is this, wherever my mouse, if you can see, this is a main sanctum sanctorium. Okay. Now behind, on the top left corner, if you see, this is the Ranganayaki Sannidhi. This is where Lakshmi Devi's residence is. So what Ranganatha does is, before the day of her birthday, he goes to a nearby place, kingdom, and gets married to one of the princes there. So normally, it is just showing a different pastimes of the Lord, different leelas of the Lord. So it gets delayed for him to come back to Ranganayaki, because only on the birthday of Ranganayaki you would get to see both Ranganatha and Ranganayaki together. Otherwise, Ranganayaki is all alone in her quarters, like how the queens are. Ranganayaki, Sri Rangam. Let me see if I get the, oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. So this is the main day. Behind there are two deities, Moolavar deities, and in the front will be Utsava deity. So she'll be alone in her quarters, basically in her temple. Only on the day of her birthday, the Lord will personally come on a pallaki, on a palanquin, to meet her and to be with her. Okay, so he's getting delayed. Now Ranganayaki, she's anxious why the Lord is not coming. So she sent her assistants to find out what has happened. Now the assistants will tell her, servants will tell her, oh, he has gone to some other place, he has ignored you, and he has actually married someone and come back. So in a material way, the main wife will feel bad, no, when the husband marries the other girl. So she goes into a not in an angry mood. So what happens is she closes the door. So till today, every Pangani Uttaram day in Sri Rangam, they enact this play. Okay, just the day before, the Lord goes to the nearby. The Lord crosses this. There is a Kaveri river on both sides. And where is this? Urayur. Okay, so somewhere on one of the side, I think. Oh yeah, Urayur. Here it is. So the Lord comes here to this Urayur in a palanquin. He crosses the Kaveri river, comes to this side. His marriage ceremony is performed with the Lakshmi Devi over there, and he goes back. Okay, and then when he goes back, what happens is the doors of the temple of Ranganayaki is shut. Okay, and the Lord tries to come, and what the servants of the Ranganayaki, that means other pujaris, what they do is they throw the butter, the ghee, fruits, everything, driving away the procession of Ranganatha. So huge fight will happen. And then finally who comes is Nammalvar comes. Okay, Nammalvar is the previous, he's an acharya in the disciplic succession of the Shri Sampradaya. So he is like the guru of Ramanujacharya, Parama Guru of Ramanujacharya, above Ramanujacharya. So he comes there, and then he sits for what is it called? That he sits as a mediator there, and he resolves the issue. And then, because now we have this Guru Parampara, no, the Shri Sampradaya, their Parampara starts from Lakshmi Devi. So it is Krishna or the Supreme Lord Narayana, then it is Lakshmi, or it is that Andal I have showed, and then it is Natha Munigal, like this. So Nammalvar is one of the Purvacharyas, is a great devotee, and she is a servant of Ranganayaki. So because the recommendation of him, then Ranganayaki allows Ranganatha to enter into that, into her sanctum sanctorum. And then they are made to sit together like this. See, the Ranganayaki deity is sitting and the Lord is standing. So if someone is sitting and the person who is standing, who is more greater?
Prabhuji, are you sharing your screen?
Oh, you can't see.
No,
I can fit.
You have to
Oh,
swipe
sorry.
to right.
I'm so sorry. It's my mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, whoever is sitting is more, Prabhu.
More, right? So she
Yeah.
sits there and she dictates. On that day, what happens is, if she dictates that anyone who is coming there, so Nammalvar asks that anyone who comes and takes your darshan today on this auspicious day, please make sure that they get liberated. So Ranganayaki there, she's sitting there and she says, no, yes, this person you have to liberate. And then Ranganatha says, sure, my lady, I will liberate him. I will give him the moksha. I will give him the Vaikuntha. You don't worry. So on the word of the pure devotees of Lord Krishna, he has to follow. So this is one play which is enacted even in Sri Rangam. So why I'm telling all this is Pangani 1 month. They throw butter and everything to drive away the Lord. No, not this. This is. 1 minute. Okay, if I get that photo, I'll send it. I know some of the devotees used to send it to me. I used to have it. Right now, I'm not finding it. So this is one picture where all the pujaris of the Lord, they're taking the Lord inside this palanquin and they're trying to enter. The moment they're trying to enter, they will throw butter, fruits, ghee, curd, cream, everything on top of them, driving away. That too, you see how she's driving. She's driving in a very sattvic way, driving them away. Then they go back. Then the shutters close. And then Nammalvar, one of the Acharya, comes and then he sits for the mediation. And then this happens. So why I'm telling this is, again, coming back to this, I promise, because of the pure devotees who are in the bona fide disciplic succession, they have the control, they have the power to deliver their disciples. If they say no, you have to take the person back, then he has to take, the Lord Krishna has to accept. So this happened, during Prabhupada's time. One of his god brother left his body. Okay, that means this god brother is also, who's a guru, who is guru of Prabhupada? Do you know? Yes. So it is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. So he had so many disciples. One of them is Prabhupada, and the other one is, I forgot his name. It's Sridhar Maharaj or someone, not Sridhar Maharaj, sorry. Bon Maharaj. No, someone else. Someone else was there. So he left his body. When he left his body, Prabhupada said that God brother has gone back to Vaikuntha. But before that, Prabhupada mentioned that god brother was the main reason that the Gaudiya Mutt had collapsed, because of the politics he has done and all the various things he has done. He has disobeyed the word of his spiritual master, all that he has done. He has told. Then the disciples of Prabhupada asked, Prabhupada, then how come he has gone back to Godhead when he has offended? Then Prabhupada says, what to do? My Guru Maharaj has agreed. He recommended. Although he has offended his Guru Maharaj, he has done great work. When my Guru Maharaj was there, when he was physically present, he has helped him. He has helped in expanding the movement very nicely. He did great service at that time. Taking that into consideration, although he has committed offenses at later point, my Guru Maharaj has accepted him. Because if you offend the pure devotees, you cannot go back to Godhead. There's no way.
Prabhu, quick question, Prabhu.
Yeah.
And like Krishna says that once you come up, go to Vaikuntha, you're not going to come back.
Right.
But if they have a misbehavior, on earth only they have misbehavior, and if they go, aren't they going to do the same thing again?
No, they will not. Because again, Krishna has promised, once you have gone back, will never return. So when they go back, right, they get purified. The Maya will whatever, the influence of the Mahamaya will go away. So it is Krishna's duty that that person gets purified. Otherwise, without getting purified, one person cannot go inside. So see, if Krishna decides, he can do anything. Okay. So, yeah, coming back to this point. So he has promised that I will take you, or you will come back to me. Definitely you will come back. So this is a perfect instruction. So if we take it as it is and follow it, then we become perfect. So to become perfect is not very difficult. Just we have to follow the instructions of the last link. Whoever is the last link to that bona fide disciplic succession, if we catch hold of his lotus feet, that last link will help us liberate from this our position. And one more thing, he says that, yeah, he talks about, Prabhupada also talks about mythology. See, this mythology word itself is wrong. The root word of mythology is called myth. Myth means something false, which is not right. So, why Vyasadeva, who is such an literary incarnation of the Supreme Lord, why he has to put something which is mythology, something which is myth, something which is man-made stories? He wrote Srimad Bhagavatam not just to put all these things as to like classify them as a mythology, or mythology means some imaginary things. Why he has to work so hard? Why Lord Ganesha has to break his his tusk to write all those scriptures, just to write some imaginary things? So that's why Prabhupada says that, that's why these people want to be cheated. They like to be cheated because they don't want to accept Krishna as the Supreme Lord. They want to be cheated. Such an exalted personality like Vyasadeva, who has given us the Vedic literature, how can he present something which is imaginary? What business he has got? Therefore, the cheated people, they deny to accept Bhagavad Gita is written by Vyasadeva. But all the Acharyas, Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarka Swami, Vishnu Swami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they don't say like this. They don't say that it's mythology or imaginary. They accept as it is. And it is mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahajano yena gatasya panthaha. See this verse. Tarko pratishtha shrutayo vibhinna nashavarashayar yasya matam na bhinnam dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhayam mahajano yena gatasya panthaha. Can anyone read the translation?
I can read, Prabhu.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, dry arguments are inconclusive. A great personality whose opinion does not differ from others is not considered a great sage. Simply by studying the Vedas, which are variegated, one cannot come to the right path by which religious principles are understood. The solid truth of religious principles is hidden in the heart of an unadulterated, self-realized person. Consequently, as the Shastras confirm, one should accept whatever progressive path the Mahajanas advocate.
Yeah, read the purport as well. One line purport.
This is a verse spoken by Yudhishthira Maharaj in the Mahabharata Vanaparva.
This is the verse from Vanaparva. Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying that sages means there will be little difference. See, a great personality whose opinion does not differ from others is not considered to be great sage. That means their opinions will differ, no doubt. Okay, but simply by studying, but they cannot become pure devotees. They can be great sages, but not pure devotees. Why? Because if you say pure devotees, then what is there? All their argument should be conclusive, to be only one thing, not different. Vibhinna will not be there. So see, simply by studying the Vedas, which are variegated, means which is variegatedness is like different level. Rig Veda will say something, Atharva Veda will say something. So a lot of variegatedness is there. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying this. By studying the Vedas, one cannot come to the right path by which religious principles are understood. No. Then how to understand, how to come to the right path? That is, see, the solid truth of religious principles is hidden in the heart of unadulterated, self-realized person. Not great sages, not one who knows Vedas and all. Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying, where is it there? Where is the solid truth? Or that Guhayam, you see, the word Yudhishthira Maharaj is using is Guhayam. Nihitam Guhayam is in the heart of the realized person. Dharmasya Tattvam Nihitam Guhayam. They are in the heart of the pure devotees. So what you should do? The next line it says, Mahajana yena gatassa panthaha. You follow the Mahajanas. That means the self-realized predecessors. See? Consequently, as the Shastras confirm, one should accept whatever progressive path the Mahajanas advocate. And what are those? Who are those Mahajanas? Like Prahlad Maharaj, Bali Maharaj, then Yamadharmaraj, then there are 12 Mahajanas, Bhishma Dev, Janaka Maharaj, they're all Mahajanas. So Shiva is also Mahajana. So those Mahajanas who have established this path, you follow their path. And where is that path written? It comes in the disciplic succession. That is why it is very important to follow the disciplic succession. So we have to follow the great personalities. Acharyavan Purusho Veda. There is a word, there's a verse called Acharyavan Purusho Veda. That means, let me show you this. Yete Pitra Devanam Ayane Veda Nirmitte Shastrena Chakshusha Veda Janasthopina Muhyati. Not this one. This is Acharyavan Purusho Veda is coming from. Acharyopasanam. No, this is coming from another. Okay, you see, Acharyavan Purusho Veda. One who is guided by the bona fide spiritual master knows everything as stated in Vedas, which is set forth the standard of infallible knowledge. See? One who is guided by bona fide spiritual master. He knows everything, what is there in the Vedas. And that is what Yudhishthira Maharaj is also saying. Nihitam Guhayam. It is hidden in the heart of pure devotees. So only they can help you to elevate, not the others. One moment. Okay. So Acharya means disciplic succession. And all the Acharyas will say the same thing. They will not change. They will not interpret. They can explain in the different various languages, based on the present scenarios, time circumstances, but they will not deviate. That is why now, when during Prabhupada's time, one person came to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, whatever your philosophy is, it looks very similar to what the philosophy is that Sri Vaishnavas follow, Sri Sampradaya follows. And Prabhupada says, yes, we are not manufacturers of the philosophies. We are the followers of the philosophies. And we are followers of the dharma. And where is that dharma given? Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Yesterday we pranitam. Where is it? 6:13:19. See? Dharma has to come from Bhagavan. Sakshat Bhagavan gives that dharma. So if Bhagavan gives the dharma, how there can be two different opinions? There cannot be. So Acharya we are the followers. And that is why you will find whatever Jesus have told in Bible, a lot of things are very similar to our Bhagavad Gita and our philosophy. Jesus never says that I am the master. He says I am the son of God. All the acharyas will say that. Acharya will never say that, oh, Krishna is material. There is no such thing as Krishna. There was no such battle. People say, it comes. Actually, Kurukshetra is not the place. Kurukshetra is your body. The 5 Pandavas are your 5 senses. And the Kauravas are your Durbuddhi. And the battlefield is your body. There is a big fight going between in your mind. All that nonsense they say. No, Acharyas never say that. So if you don't want to be cheated, then we should take Krishna as he's presenting himself. He's presenting himself here in entire Bhagavad Gita. And also it is confirmed by the Acharyas. Then our knowledge is perfect. And a few more minutes I'll take and I'll close. So you see, coming back to this verse, where is this verse? Not this one. See, Divyau Shankau Pradadmatahu. So Divya means what? What is Divyam? Transcendental, right? Right. So even Bhishma sounding is not mentioned as transcendental, but when Madhava and Pandavas, Arjuna is mentioned, they are transcendental. So Arjuna, associates, they're all equally powerful by the mercy of Krishna. So Prabhupada says, nobody can be associates of Krishna without being very, very much advanced. And he gives an example, like a fire can mix with fire. Similarly, water can mix with water. Similarly, unless one is transcendentally advanced, that means once he becomes a Divyam, he cannot associate with Krishna. That's why Narottam Das Thakur, he sings in one of the Vaishnava bhajans, Gaurangera Sangi Gane Nitya Siddha Kurimane Seje Brajendra Sutapasha. So Gaurangera Sangi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, there are associates. We recite Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Principal 5 associates, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhara Pandit, and Srivas Acharya, Srivas Thakur. So all these associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu should be known that they're also of the same category. They're also Nitya Siddhas. Okay, and that means they're also transcendental. So Madhava is transcendental, his devotees are also transcendental. And here Narottam Das Thakur says Nitya Siddha Korimane. So Prabhupada explains there are 2 words, okay, Nitya Siddha and Nitya Baddha. There are 2 kinds of living entities. Nitya Baddha, Nitya means what? Don't tell she's a movie actor. Huh?
Nitya means always, right?
Exactly. Nitya means always. Baddha means conditioned. Baddha Jiva. Always conditioned. And another one is Nitya Siddha, who are transcendental. So there are always 2 kinds of people. One is ever conditioned. That means ever conditioned means those who are in this material world, all of us, they don't know when they came in touch with this material world. You can't track how many lifetimes have passed. It could be this Brahma's day lifetime or the previous Brahma's lifetime. You don't know when you came. And continuously we are all loitering in this material world. Nitya Baddha, we are ever conditioned. And neither do we know when we will get liberated. So they are called Nitya Baddha, ever conditioned. Similarly, Nitya Siddhas, they never come in contact with this material world. Even if they come in contact with this material world, even when they come here for some business, they do not forget their position. That is Nitya Siddha. Krishna takes care when he orders, no, you go and you preach this word. They don't fall down from the Vaikuntha planets just like us. We were all in Vaikuntha, okay? We were fallen down. That's why the word fallen will come. So when we are fallen down, we made some mistakes and we are fallen down. But Nitya Siddhas, when they come down, they're not fallen down like us. They come down on the order of Krishna, that you go, you try to revive them. This is the mercy of Krishna. And to get a bona fide spiritual master is very, very rare. And we must consider all of us, like that whoever is in touch with Srila Prabhupada, as a most fortunate. Because through this link, we can go back to Godhead, Vaikuntha. So beginning from Brahma, so Nitya Siddhas means they never come in contact with material world. And they're always under the influence of Yoga Maya, not Mahamaya. There are two Mayas, okay? One is Mahamaya, which is head of that Mahamaya is Durga Devi. And one is Yoga Maya, which is the head of, she is the, like that Maya, head of that Maya is Subhadra Devi. So all the pure devotees, they come under Yoga Maya influence, not by Mahamaya. So whatever a person does in the influence of Yoga Maya, the person will be, he'll be in devotional service. So here, if you see, after a few verses, you will see that Arjuna loses, he goes to depression, tension will start. First tension will start, then it goes into anxiety, depression, then suicide. All that you will see now after this. But all under the influence of Yoga Maya, not like Mahamaya. Again, he revives that by the instructions of Krishna. He comes back to his position and he fights. So anyone who is in the material world is Nitya Baddha. And all Nitya Siddha means they belong to spiritual world. There is no Nitya Baddha in the spiritual world. Material world, everybody is a Nitya Baddha. Except when Krishna orders, when his devotees, pure devotees come. Apart from that, everybody is a Nitya Baddha. So the Lord, Supreme Lord and his devotees, and they do not touch these material qualities. They remain transcendental. Transcendental means divya. Even if Krishna comes here in the material world, he's still transcendental. Krishna's Nitya Siddha associates, that means Arjuna, Pandava, they're also all transcendental. They never touch this material world. And that is why he's called Purushottama. Uttama means what? Higher. Not out of this material world, above the material world. Uttama. Tama means darkness. Ut means above the darkness. The entire material world is darkness. No? That's why we call it as Garbhodaka. The Garbho, it is so dark. And Purusha Uttama, Purushottama. Purusha means enjoyer. Okay. So he is the Supreme Lord. One moment. And okay. So here finally it says Divya Shankhav. Divya means transcendental. Above that, material modes. That is Uttama. And the greatest Uttama is Purushottama, who is Supreme Lord himself. So I'll stop. Sorry for taking a longer time. I had to cover a lot of things for this Divya word. Any doubts from today's class? If you all understood the past times correctly. All right, then we'll stop here. We will chant Hare Krishna mantra 3 times and we'll close the call. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thanks for joining. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.